demasiado flow, demasiado bonita pa' mi corazón. Cuando me mira pierdo la...
In this tutorial, we are going to learn how to do a dip correctly. Correctly means safe, as in to do not drop your partner. Safe means also to do not hurt your back, your spine, while you are dipping. First, when we are trying to do a dip, we have to establish what is the correct position for the leader, which is me, and for the follower. First, the correct position for the leader, which is me. I'm going to spread the legs shoulder width apart. So no more than shoulder width, but not less. Shoulder width apart. Straight back. Second, I'm going to place all my weight on my left foot. So I am checking if all my weight is on my left foot. If I can raise my right foot, then it means that I have all my weight on my left foot. When you place your weight on your left foot, make sure you do not tilt to the side. You can still stay straight and perpendicular to the ground when you change the weight. So there is no need to tilt. This is a mistake. Third, when I shift my weight, I make sure that my right foot is straightened all the way to my toes. Fourth, the next exercise means that I am going to bend my left knee and keep my right knee as straightened as possible. So as I am bending my left knee, the right one will slide to the ground, but I am still perpendicular, vertical to the ground. So bend one knee, let the other one slide. Why is this very important? Because I'm going to show you an exercise. If I'm staying straight here and she's trying to pull me to her, but very hard, so harder. If she tries to pull me, the only way that I can remain balanced is through this exercise. So do it one more time. Pull, and again. Pull. So this way I can compensate a weight shifting to one side. So when my partner is doing a dip, in case she loses balance and is about to fall, I do not want to fall with her. I want to be able to hold her weight. So if my partner falls, I can still compensate through this exercise. So this is why it is very important to do it correctly. When you are dipping, what I want you to do is to try to bend your left knee as much as possible. Let the other one, the right one, slide as much as possible to open, to stretch your position, but in the same time try not to go down. So now I'm stretching, bending, but I'm also going down. There is a way for you to bend one knee, stretch the other, and in the same time, as you can see, I'm not going down very much, it's just a little. So my intention is to bend one knee, stretch the other, widen the stance, but at the same time remain high, do not go down. Next, number 5, I call it. Number 5, while you do that, your shoulder line and your frame should turn a little to the left. About 45 degrees to the left. This is where your partner is going to be when you're doing the dip. It would be a mistake for you to tilt. So when you are dipping with your partner, do not tilt. In the same time, do not lean forward. Don't tilt, don't lean. What you can do is get into the correct stance, shift your weight, bend one knee, straighten the other, remain straight, turn the shoulders. The shoulders are turning in the same time as you are doing the movement from the feet, in the same time. Because when you are doing it with the partner, my partner is going to slide the left foot forward in the same time with me. Now why I'm not going down is because first I want to be higher than my partner to be able to support. Second, I want my partner to be the one going down, not me. So if my partner is dipping and I'm staying high, it will look like this. If I'm also going down, it looks like we are both dipping, and we want to create a contrast between me and my partner. So I'm up, my partner is down. And another mistake would be if I'm also going down and tilting, I'm actually going to press with my body. So I'm supposed to hold my partner, not to push my partner down. This is why when my partner is going one direction, I'm actually stretching the other direction to compensate. So as my partner is going one direction, I'm stretching to the other direction to hold. I'm not going over and tipping over my partner.
The Bachata Mastery full course is on track to be launched soon, and it contains fully detailed classes ranging from beginners all the way up to advanced levels. Now let's get back to our video.
Now that being said, let's see the correct posture and foot position for the followers. So we are both going to do it in the same time. Keep the feet close together. I'm going to go forward with my left foot, keeping it straight, back straight. Now what I want you to do is put one finger on your forehead. This point is going to go back and down, but for each motion of the forehead back, the toes should slide forward. So we're going to do it bit by bit. So one movement, second, third, fourth, lower, then up. It is very wrong for you, it is considered a mistake to go with the body without pushing the hip and the toe forward. Because if part of your weight is moving in one direction, some other part of your weight should move to the opposite direction to stay in balance. So we are not dipping like this. The reason I'm pushing my hips and feet forward is to compensate for the other half of my body going backwards. So for each inch or centimeter that your head is going back, your foot and hip should go forward. Now make sure that you keep your knees together like they will be tied up. So don't do this, don't go in two separate directions, and don't do this. One foot forward and the other is left behind. The knees should be connected together, like the right one would be pushing the left. So one more time, keep the knees connected. Back straight, look forward. I'm going to go step by step back. Then I may look to the side. Now this is the first part. The second is the arching of the back. The arching of the back is not the same thing as the bending of the back. And now I'm going to show the difference. The difference is in the balance that you get and in the back pain. So you want to protect your spine. Now, when I'm in this position, bending would mean going with the chest down. Arching would mean making it look like I'm going down. What I'm actually doing is pushing my chest up. Chest and hip up. So, let's demonstrate here. Let's go in the first position. A little more. Now, I'm going to check the balance. So, it is my follower's own balance. Now, from here, if this part goes down, it is wrong. What I want to do is take this part and push it up. So, touch my hand, up, again, and up. Now, what would be wrong would be, one more time here, keep the knees connected, push this forward. Now, if from here, the chest is going down, now this would be a mistake. So when we are arching backwards, it is not this part going back. It is the center being pushed forward, and then it will look like it is going down, but it's actually an upwards motion. So from here, in this position, if we are doing it correctly, this part of the body is going to go up. So in my hands, when I'm holding my partner, I will feel something going up rather than something pulling me down. So when my partner is going down, from here is actually going into an upwards motion rather than down. This mistake can happen from the follower if the follower is going the wrong way down, or it may happen from the leader. If the leader, when he's turning 45 degrees to the partner, is not arching upwards, but rather than going down, the leader is going to push to press the partner down. And now if you both mistake in the same time, it's going to be a disastrous dip. So from here, to go into this position, I'm going to demonstrate just for the follower, for the leader. So instead of going over my partner, I'm actually going away. I'm creating space for my partner to go up. So it is an upward movement, not a downward movement. Another mistake that I see is this position for the leaders. So it would be something like this. Okay? So back is bent, the position is awful, and the balance is not worth mentioning the balance because there is no balance there. Now when we are standing together, the position as a couple when you dance, from this angle, we should have no space in between us. We should be close together, no spacing here. Second, my partner is center and a little to my left. So to this side of my body. So it is in front of me, but not exactly centered. In front of me, a little to my left. So this would be the correct position. The hands, one hand is the back of the shoulder, the other one here. Now, if I, as a leader, I'm not going down, I'm not bending, I'm not going down much from the feet, how can my follower go down? Well, because I allow from the hands. So I go from the knee just a little, and then from the hands, I allow the follower to go as much as the follower wants. So from here, we are in the correct alignment, hands in the correct position, back straight. The follower can go down, down, down. I can look down, but not like this. So now I'm straight, the follower is down, and we can go back up. Now, how do we get in that position? Because we do not exactly do something like this, trying to match the position. The most common way is through a turn. Now we use usually a double turn because it gives us more momentum, more inertia. So we do one turn, the second, and the second comes with the hand around my neck in the position that we need to start the dip. Now when I'm in this position, the follower can land to my left more than I would expect, or maybe to my right. So it is my job to adjust a little, because when we do it fast, if the follower goes too much to the right, it is my job to adjust. It would be the same if the follower lands too much to the left. So I'm actually helping. When we finish, let's start from this position. We have the first turn, the second. Now after the second turn, I'm not actually placing my hand on my shoulder, but what I do is throw it. Why do I throw it? So there are several reasons to do that. First, throwing means much more momentum, so she does not end up like this. She ends up turned 90 degrees. So we are in a 90 degrees angle. So I do one turn, the second throw. Throwing lands the follower into a 90-degree angle. Second, if we have space between us, and when we do turns we do have space between us because we cannot turn otherwise, when we throw the hand, this space disappears. because throwing gets the partner close to me. I cannot do a correct dip if we are apart, because this means I have to bend. Now, why is this very important? Because if I'm staying in this position, let's do it from this angle, and if my partner will now push down from on my hands, so push me down, so lean down, 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 down. So if she push down, I can still hold. But if I have the hands forward and now push down, I do something like this. So if she's pushing down now, I'm going to have to take steps. But I cannot take steps because the follower is in front of me. So what I'm going to do is fall over. So if you try to do a dip and you have space between us, when you dip, you are going to go over the partner. So by throwing the hand, what we get is the 90-degree position, the closing between our bodies, and the third thing that we get is the hand goes by itself around me, and I can lock the back in the same time. So I do not come with the hand here and then change the position. So let's see how that looks with a little more speed. We do one turn, second turn, stop. Now the stop is the most important word in this moment, because the partner does not dip alone. The follower waits for the leader's impulse to dip. Why? Because the leader may not be ready to dip, the leader may not want to dip, the leader may want to go just down and do, let's say, a wave. The leader may want to prepare the dip forward and back. So if you're throwing yourself back, you're going to ruin the figure for the leader. So after the double turn, or after any turn, for you as a follower, do not dip. Wait to see what is next. If the leader starts the dip, then you know how to start it correctly, because it is very important for you to be on your own balance as much as you can. So go on your back as much as you want, as long as you stay in your own balance. Now, when you do it correctly, the follower can put some balance in my frame, so I can actually hold my partner, but it is best, at least at the beginning, to try to be in your own balance. So if the leader is not very experienced and does not do it correctly, you are not going to fall. Now, another thing, when you do the turns, the double turns, the turning motion is going to join, to merge with the dip. So something like this will happen. Turn, 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 and then we are going to twist and fall. The dip is a motion in a straight line. So for the follower, the motion is that direction for the feet and the other direction for the head. It is not a twisted motion. Now we get a twisted motion when we combine the inertia from the turnings directly into a dip, and then we are about to fall, especially if we try to do a powerful dip. So what I actually do is I give inertia, I stop it, and then I do the dip. Now, because the stopping is very, very short, it looks like I'm dipping straight from the turns. It looks like, but I am not. I stop the rotation and I initiate a straight line motion, not a twisted motion. Now, this is very important because many of the leaders do several mistakes in the same time. They bend and lean over their partner instead of supporting your partner. So stay straight, don't put your weight on your partner. Second is lean your weight and go in a twisted motion. So twisted motion would be something like this, and then you are about to fall. So this is why it is very important for the follower to wait, don't throw yourself to the back, okay? And for the leader to initiate the correct way. The dip that we have shown you today is not the only way to do a dip. There are many ways to do a dip. This is just one of the most common dips explained here. Usually, when you go on your back, something else has to come forward to balance. It can be the foot, or the foot can come just a little if you are able to push the hips. So the hips can compensate for the foot, but something has to go forward. You're not just going backwards with all your body. When the body goes backwards, push a foot forward, the knees, maybe the hips. So if you push the hips, it will look something like this. But what the follower is doing is pushing against the ground. Okay? So if you see a dancer that is able to stay in balance without sliding the foot, it is because there is a different technique. But when you do a dip, make sure that you understand the proper technique. Do not just copy if you do not understand what you're doing.